What is going on, guys? Back out in the garage today. We are going to be picking up where we left off the other day. Y'all remember we got the intake off. We got all the radiator hose and stuff off. We've got a little bit of the regulator and stuff off over there, wiring stuff. Back here in the back of the car, we've got the fuel cell disassembled underneath, all the fuel pump off of it. So today what we're going to be doing, I'm going to be trying to get this fuel cell out of here because I need to take it out to Josh and them when I pick up the injectors and all that stuff, because what we've got going on here, this cell only has two -8s out of it, and I've actually got them going from a -8 to a -10 into the pump now. Well, the new pump I'm getting is going to be a -12. So what I need to do is I'm going to take this out to Josh and them out of 2JM Fab. I'm going to have them either take this one off and put a 12 in, or just put a 12 in right here. I know it's a little bit higher out of the sump, but I never run this tank lower than 5 gallons of gas in it anyway, so I'm not too concerned about that. I'll just see what his recommendations are and just kind of go from there. And then I'm going to take a -10 and probably over here, somewhere at the top, I'm actually going to do my return going in there. I have this down here. This is my feed line and this is my return. With the foam in it, it's not as bad, but I would not recommend that if you're a run and return style pump, especially if you don't have foam in it, because what that does, that ends up creating kind of like a little whirlpool right there, and it gives you, you have the possibility of creating suction right there and losing fuel pressure, so that's not a good idea to have that there. Like I said, I did, because it had the fuel, or not the fuel, but it had the foam in there, so it wasn't that much of a risk. But we're going to be pulling the tank out today. I'm going to take that out to them up in the front. Today we're going to be messing with, I'm going to get this radiator hose. As y'all remember, it was routed through here. This kind of sat down on top of it, and it came over here across the exhaust and went in. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this here, try to run it over around here right in front, and get it to turn right up in that section there. What I've done, I went to Summit, which is nice, is you can buy these little pieces right here that already have the bead roll on the end. They're aluminum. I had stainless, but heck, this is a lot cheaper for one thing, and it's already rolled. Got a 45 and a 90. I've already kind of mocked it up. I've got my filler cap here. That's going to go in the center. The only thing that concerns me right now is that I'm going to put the filler cap right here in the center part where it comes across and have it here. And it may not quite be at a high point of what this is. I may be able to push this down a little bit more, but not sure yet. I'm going to try it a couple of different ways. But if not, I mean, it's going to be, it is what it is. That's where it needs to go. I just don't want to be able to create any air pockets or anything like that. I think what we're going to do after that is I'm going to jump under the car, start getting all these gauges out. I need to get the fuel filter off that's down there. I need to get the fuel filter off in the back. Open those up, check them out, and I imagine I'm going to have to change this one because I think this one is only I think it's a 40 micron, and I need it to be a 10 micron and 100 micron on the back. So a couple of different things we're going to be doing today. I may get to tearing the seats out. I don't know. It's really just going to be, like I said, just cleaning a lot of the crap up. You'll see when we get underneath here in the car where all those gauges are and all that wire was just sitting on top of the transmission. Just clean it up a little bit. I mean, I know cleaning it up doesn't make it go faster, but it makes me feel better. So this here just being gone, I mean, this radiator hose being gone from right here, it's just going to look so much nicer because I had this brace that went across here and it came across here. It was kind of a hassle if I had to get down to the balance for any reason or anything like that, or if the belt flies off or something like that. So that won't be a problem anymore. That won't be in the way. So other than that, intake should be here tomorrow. Should be here tomorrow. The injectors and regulator and those fittings should all be here tomorrow or the next day. So once those come in, those are going on, but I want to try to have the fuel line ran up to here, because what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to put the intake and I'm going to have the actual filter under the intake with the Y and coming straight out, coming out the back, and then have the regulator sitting back there in the back. Just to kind of, like I said, clean it up a little bit, and also you want your filter as close to that Y as you can get to the fuel rails. That way if you do have a problem, you pretty much know where it is. You're not hunting all over the car underneath and all that kind of stuff. So with that being said, guys, I'm just going to jump on it, start messing with these right here, get this all fitted up, jump under there, get that stuff ripped out, get the filters off of it, get the tank out of it, and then it's just hurry up and wait. Once parts get here, they'll go back on. Trying to get this back together pretty quick. Like I said, I'll still be waiting on the fuel pump, I'll still be waiting on the transmission, but like I said, I still got the console to get out. Lots of things to do, guys, lots of things to do, so nothing left to do but to do it. Okay, here we go. I've got this little piece here, which was a $20 hose, but since I only needed 6 inches of it, I'm using $3 of it. Just something, you know, you go up to O'Reilly's, it's all kind of trial, fit, and error. We've got this 45 piece. I've already kind of mocked this up to where basically that'll sit in there, come straight across to here. So we can go ahead and put that. We just got to get it turned right. Got that there. Let me get the other. Here's our filler cap. Makes these things go on kind of. Gotta go this direction. This is the one that's kind of a pain because it wants to hold itself up, but come on, go up in there. Okay. Yeah, this still needs to kind of went a little too deep with this one. There we go. There we go. See if I can get that just to set just like that. I've got some little straight aluminum over there. I think I'll make a little bracket to come over here to hold up here and to hold up here. I mean, that's pretty darn close to being my highest point. I can go all the way up to about right there and still not have any issues. So let me cinch this down and I'll start messing with the little brackets. And then, like I said, I'll paint all this black so it just all blends in. But that's a much cleaner look here that gets it out of the way of this, because this, like I said, is actually going to be further down here. There's no way I'd be able to get that underneath there, and I don't want to take it over the top of it and just look trashy. So, all right, I'll cinch this down, get the little brackets and start messing with that. All right, guys, as you can see, that's kind of a crude way of doing that, but I had a piece of stainless here, which is exactly the same size as what I've got over there on the radiator hose. So basically I just put it around this and just kind of start it off first with a pair of channel locks bending it, then you can just get a perfect little curve around it. So now both sides of this, when it sits there, I'll just kind of cradle it in there like that. I can cut this, bend it over, put some self-tappers in, a little self-made bracket, and I gained 3.2 ounces of weight on the car, so I'm not too mad about that. All right, everybody. That would be finished product. I kind of went a little different than what I thought it was. I was going to try to bend these and go down under here, you know, go back down here, but it kind of pushed this pipe out farther that way, which I don't want to go. So this here actually hooks it underneath so it can't fall either way. Of course, these aren't tightened up either right now. But it can't fall, and of course I'll take these off right now, get it all painted up, put all the bands on, and then that'll be completely done. As you can see right here, it's a tad lower than what that is there, but I actually think that I can push this down just a little bit and try to get that straightened out just enough that this right here is my high point, just so I don't have any kind of air pockets or anything like that. But get this thing taken back apart, get these parts painted, put back on, this part will be done, start jumping on the next stuff. There she is, guys. Got it all painted up. Brackets on, got the little front part. I think it turned out pretty dang good if you ask me. Everything goes in straight. Brackets, as you can see here, everything's freaking solid. Don't think that's going to go anywhere. I mean, even if it, you know, swells a little bit or anything like that, but for the most part, I mean, I'm happy with that. I was able to get it down almost straight. I don't think I'll have any issues with that as far as any kind of air bubbles or anything like that. I've got the burper anyway, so shouldn't be a big deal. So that's one project out of the way. I guess now I'm going to jump underneath, take this filter off, take that filter off, get that gas tank off of here, and then I'll start jumping on the gauges. But this was a big hurdle actually for me. I'm one of those ones, and you guys are probably the same. When you have an issue with oil pressure or water or something like that, it's always on your mind. No matter what, you're always staring at the gauge. Once you've had a problem one time with it, you always think you're going to have a problem with it, and mine has always been temperature running hot. This one never has. It's got a little warm a couple of times, you know, when the belt flies off, but other than that, it's done pretty good. But I'm happy with the way this turned out. Wasn't that big of a job, so I'm going to jump underneath there, get that off. I'll show you what that looks like underneath there. Woo, rat's nest, and get that tank out. Oh, this is where I envy you guys who have lifts. I don't mind doing garage floor work, jack stand stuff, as long as you're not Harbor Freights. But this kind of stuff here is what gets old quick. Alright. How in the world did I? Oh, nice. You can tell I did that one in a hurry. Whoo! I would imagine this is probably going to dump fuel all over me. But let's see what we got here. Oh, God, this freaking thing's nasty. Oh. I just had another crescent, didn't I? Yep, stop looking, found it. Let's see if I can get this to... For some reason, this doesn't want to get on there. There. Oh. Oh, this is knuckle buster waiting to happen. See if I can get it like this. There we go. How hard did that have to be? Okay. Let's see if I can. Just let it. Nice. Let you catch it in there. I would have thought there was that much more fuel in there, but I guess there is. Surprise! Alright, well, get this other side off and get it up on the table. Alright, got both of these cracks loose. Just kind of get an idea of... Honestly, guys, like I said, I couldn't tell you the last time I changed these. There's a little bit in here. I don't know if you can pick that up on camera or not, but you can see it definitely catches some trash. This isn't one straight out of the tank. I tend to really kind of watch the fuel as it goes in. Usually using one of those water funnels and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I do all the time, but it definitely helps and makes a difference. Wanted to blow that out, blow that out. I need to find out what micron that is. And then let's look at this one down the line. Of course, did I pull off the wrong end? Yeah, imagine that. Crack this one loose if you can. There we go. I can't remember what this micron is. I know it's a lot. I think it's like 40, but shoot, there ain't nothing in that sucker. Can't really see that at it, but that's a whole lot finer. I still don't think it's a 10, but and there's no part number on it. Imagine that. But for the most part, really for the last time I checked them, like I said, I couldn't tell you. They're pretty clean, so I'll clean these out and we'll run with them. Definitely need to find out what that is, but I can always get another one. These aren't that expensive. I can get them here locally. I mean, obviously we got Summit, but we've also got Smileys and stuff like that. So, all right, that looks good to me. We'll blow them out and on to the next. Oh, I don't know if I can get to that one over there with the anti-roll being there. Really? Ooh! Dodged it. Almost got me. Oh, come on. You're supposed to be empty already. Don't make me get up there and loosen this one. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Thought I was going to get lucky with it. There we go. Two more and this sucker's coming out. Alright, fuel cell is loose. Oh, ow! Take off the parachute mount here. Completely banging the car up. Alright. fuel cell. Yeah, there we go. Now I got it out. Like I said, I think it's not too far off. I think what I can do is, like I said, I can go right in between here and just put me a dash 12 fitting bung welded in there. Like I said, I can cut these off, and he may still want to do that just to get as far down that sump as possible. But I think putting it right here would be fine. I could just cap those off, and then, like I said, somewhere I could use that rollover one probably, but it's too small. I'd have to make it bigger, so I'll probably just right in here somewhere or towards the back. I don't want to go back here because that's where the sending unit is, and I want to just blow it on that. Probably just stick a bung on the side or in the front here. I don't even care really. I just think back of the back's gonna be better because that's where that line will actually reach. So, okay, that's that. I've got this up here done with that. Got everything back here done. I don't think there's anything else I have to do here. I just gotta kind of see, like I said, I think this is my return. The one that's dumping gas everywhere. Awesome. Again. Yeah, see, I can go back towards the back over there and bring it up and use that for my return on the back side of that. So, next thing to do now is to come up here. You see there how I got my filter. That's kind of where I want to have my filter. Under the intake, I'll have my Y fitting right here, and in 245/8 coming out here, and they'll just come up, you know, loop around, go back into the intake. Of course, once the intake gets here tomorrow or the next day, whichever it is, get all that figured out. Need to come over here. These lines that are here, all of this stuff can go. Actually, hey, well, that makes it easy. I'm sure I've got it zip tied to something. That one's going to come out. The other one's supply. I can bring it up because that's going to have to go, like I said, we're putting the filter up here towards the top. So, okay, I'm going to jump underneath here. Probably start ripping these gauges out. Just I've been kind of putting it off just because it's kind of a pain in the butt. Get all that wiring, get all those gauges out of the way. Just start snipping stuff because we're rewiring everything anyway, so I'm not too concerned about it. But I mean, there's just the little things that's got to be done. Like I said, I'm just trying to get everything figured out to where when I go out there, I can take stuff, have it done, get stuff, bring it back, put it on. I'm, you know, just saving me some trips. But you guys know how it goes. So I'm gonna get down here, pull that line out, and start messing with those gauges. This is the fun part where I just get to snip wires and just get rid of crap. Actually, most of it's these mechanical gauges, like the oil temp and the actual temp sensor. The others are all just really. I mean, obviously I've got my fuel gauge there. That's probably the only one I'll actually keep. Not that I really drive around and worry about what my fuel gauge says. I always check the cell anyway, but this will at least give me an idea of what I'm doing. The trans brake line, I don't want to cut that. I can just unplug all this. Make sure I don't cut any of those. Oh my gosh. Woo! This here you can see is where my wiring begins. Oh, gotta love splices. Looks like a good place to cut it. Beep. I don't know what else that went to, but I don't know. I can probably cut this one right here too. Even if I can't, guess what? Cut! I could probably, yeah, I can cut all these too, because these are all tied together. Yeah. Joe, you got your work cut out for you. I got the snips out. Actually, they'll probably make it all better. Holy crap, I had a lot of splices in here. Jeez Louise. Hey, I had tape on that one. That was nice. Losing weight. Look at that. Alright, got everything done from underneath. Pull all these out. I think I've got everything cleared. This is going to be a sending unit, obviously. Come on. Holy crap. I guess if you wanted a rear mount, you have plenty of line. Don't be zippy tied to something. Nope. There we go. There's that one. Oh gosh, another one. Yeah, this is the oil one. And it's still got the Actually, I haven't used this one in a long time. And it wants to be wrapped around it, doesn't it? Alright, uneventful. Like I said, there's my fuel one, probably the only one I'll keep. And here are my voltage ones. She's naked. Dang. That's a lot of garbage. Alright, now let's get these things out here. Alright guys, there you go. All the gauges are out of the car. Somebody's looking for some nice gauges. These will be for sale. Hit me up through Instagram. Probably just let them go all as a package deal. I mean, I'd sell them individual, but you'll do better if you get them all. It's an external fuel pressure gauge with hose, oil pressure, volt, oil temp, boost gauge, and water temp. All mechanical. So I mean, if you want them, hit me up. If not, they'll go on the vault with the rest of the junk up in the attic. But now I'll jump in here and kind of show you what we did, where we cleaned it up a little bit underneath. I'm going to run those fuel lines up there. And that's probably where I'll stop for the day. I was going to get to the seats, but I really want to have the lines ran, and I kind of want to have the transmission back up, or at least have the intake to know where that is, and I like to have something to sit on for right now. So I'll crawl in there real quick, show what we got, how we cleaned it up, and try to wrap this up. All right, guys, back underneath here, and as you can tell, so much nicer. Oh my gosh. Like I said, this is all just the trans brake stuff right here. But I mean, as far as just cleaning all this garbage up that was underneath here, all this is gonna go. We're gonna redo that, take the console out of it, obviously, try to figure something out. But now I'm just gonna try to get the fuel lines, probably to come up here, get up to the back here with that regulator and go to the back of the intake, get those fed up there, and that'll do it for today. All right, guys, I think that's gonna do it. Got that line right up here. Like I said, that's pretty much how I'll have it right there, the filter right there. I'll have my Y right here. 2-40 or 2-45s, 2-845s coming out here, going up to the fuel rails on that side, back out. Probably put the regulator back here somewhere, maybe attach it to the back of the intake. Just have to do it that way, and then kind of figure out how the return line is going to go up. May just have to put a little union in there to get it up to that. But really, everything. I mean, now it's hurry up and wait as far as getting parts, which, like I said, they should be here tomorrow or the next day. Then we'll be able to get this intake on here, be able to get that plumbed, get all the lines plumbed, and then start cleaning up some of this wiring. I mean, it's just, you see how much nicer it is just taking all that crap out from underneath. But all that stuff's going to be changed. All the fuse blocks are going to be changed, relay boards, it's all going to be inside nice. Get all this stuff off the firewall. We've got the fuel cell out of there. I'm going to have him drill that and weld some bungs on that so I can hook up fuel pump and all that stuff. Like I said, I'm going to start tearing the inside out. I'm kind of just hesitating a little bit because I don't have any seats yet to put in there or anything to sit on, but I need to get that console out, see where I'm going to put the shifter, kind of go like stuff like that. Just figure things out, move along. But other than that, guys, I think that's going to do it for us on this one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Be sure to hit that like button, and we will catch you guys on the next one.